Ahora estamos de vuelta un día más aquí en el canal de Twitch. Y en el directo de hoy, pues traigo un poquito de un juego de aventura y un juego de misterio y de suspense. Que está basado en el año 1700 y algo, no me acuerdo bien. Y tengo que. Algo de la política, algo de que. De la. No me acuerdo muy bien de lo que era. Y secuestran a mi madre. Y yo tengo que ir en busca de ella porque ella es la que lleva todo de eso, de la política y todo eso. Estoy haciendo un ajuste del directo y vamos a comenzar a jugar. Venga, vamos a comenzar a jugar. Vamos a darle. Os tengo que decir que solamente he jugado una vez y fue hace mucho tiempo y un poquito, que a eso. Partida 1. Y vamos a empezar desde el principio, porque no me acuerdo de los controles, no me acuerdo de nada. Y para que lo veamos todos juntos el juego. Vamos a darle. ¿Claro? ¿Qué es esto? Episodio. Voy a intentar salir directo todo el capítulo 1. Voy a intentar. Ajuste. Todo bien. Vamos a darle. Nueva partida. Venga. Comienza el juego. Francia. París. Día de diciembre de 1792.
Stop! You're not getting anywhere with this, Von Borchert.
You know, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen. Nothing. Not a sound. No one's coming to save you.
That's what you think. The Golden Order knows exactly where we are.
By the time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll skin you alive.
You know,
Hola Vicente, ¿qué pasa? ¿Cómo estás?
I have no intention of beating your dear mother. There are more persuasive ways of making you talk. You've stolen something from me that I intend to get back. Where have you hidden it?
Von Borchert, you can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
We know you're planning on selling at one of Lord Mortimer's parties. All right? Just tell us who the buyer is and we can make a deal.
Ese soy yo.
No idea
El
of
que
the
está
trouble
toda la
you've gotten
silla
yourselves into.
de las patillas que soy yo.
Oh, but you will tell me where it's hidden. I can promise you that.
Stop annoying our host, Louis. Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready. With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours. You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
Intenta envenenarnos, ¿no?
I have to admit, Mother, the only thing you've ever taught me is that damn motto of yours. Always remain rational. And open. I got it. I've opened our shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
Von Burchard! Von Burchard! Listen. Let's make a deal. I'll tell you where the book is if you let my mother go free.
Oh, what are you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero. Pity you're not in any position to do so. For the last
Bien.
time.
Tenía este juego por aquí y digo, voy a jugarlo. Que nunca lo he jugado, a lo mejor una vez. Y está guapo.
Let me do this. Trust me.
¿Qué hacemos? ¿Actuamos o confiamos en ella? Confío en mi madre.
Please, be my guest, Mother.
Sí. El juego está basado en hechos reales. He hecho bien en confiar en ella.
Perfectly.
He hecho bien.
How do you feel, Mother?
Couldn't be better. He's alive, so I can question him after we get back. Pity he's just a middleman. Means I haven't finished with this case.
Oh, I had a feeling you'd be running off on one of your adventures again, Mother. You know what? I'm warning you. This time, I'm
¿Escuchaste hablar de
coming
este
with you.
juego?
No. Even though you impress me more and more, I have to do this on my own.
Mother, you're no spring chicken anymore.
Come on, let's go home. And don't forget to send our men to tend to Von Borchard.
Ahí se ha quedado. Un mes después, 20 de enero de 1793. Isla de Lord Mortimer, en el litoral de Inglaterra. Tiene buena pinta el juego, ¿eh?
Well done, Mother. You just had to pick up Von Burchard's trail on your own, didn't you? You ditched me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer? And now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his private island? Which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise island.
Un segundo. No, vamos.
The least he could do is explain to me how he managed to lose you. In any case, it is time for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your age. Well, I'm sure I'll find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching for some long-lost mystical object that you just can't live without. I'm already hating this trip.
Se ve
All
bien
I've
los
done is
enunciados de abajo, los subtítulos.
It was not the host himself who invited me.
Well now, Duchess, we find ourselves both
Vale.
invited by Sir Hall.
Well, how very amusing. Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Sir Hall, the invitation came from him.
Well, I simply can't wait for all the festivities to begin.
And you, good sir, what brings you here?
Your Eminence, with all due respect, I prefer to keep my reasons for coming here to myself. I promise, it has nothing to do with the legendary party that you all appear to be preparing for.
Believe what you will, my son. However, everything is related to the legendary parties organized by our host.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that, Cardinal.
Anyway, consider yourself fortunate, young man, because there are many who dream of simply one day setting foot on this island, and only a very few ever make it. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
Sí, es primera que vengo. Ciertamente.
That's right. Until now, I've never been invited by Lord Mortimer.
You won't soon forget it.
Given what I've seen so far, I wish I'd been passed over.
Come, Duchess. They are waiting for us.
We're moving, Monsieur
No sé si tenía que haber hablado ella, tío.
to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess. A cardinal? A duchess? I wonder if all the guests here are this prestigious. If I'd known, I would have gone for a better suit.
Are you all right?
¿Qué me está pasando? ¿Qué me está pasando? Estoy como mareado, como aturdido.
Mother? Oh shit, your hand!
Tío, le han cortado la mano a mi madre.
So,
Okay, it's done.
did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah. No one's going to find it.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
La paliza que le han pegado a mi madre y le han cortado hasta una mano.
Just one thing left to do.
No, Mother, no, don't!
What? Have you lost your mind?
There's no other way.
If you kill me, you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
Pero está la duquesa que está conmigo ahí. En el que abajo del barco.
Damn it! No! No! You can run if you want to, Sarah, but you will pay.
Hostia, estoy sangrando.
Hugh.
Louis, are you all right? What's going on? Here, take this.
I'm sorry.
Keep it. Are you better?
I'm fine. Don't worry. It's getting late. Why don't you go on ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Yes! I'm sorry. I'm sure, yes.
Fine.
I definitely have to find Mother quickly.
Tengo que encontrar a mi madre.
Or what? This can't be real. The Duchess arrived with me. What's happening to me, for God's sake? I absolutely need to find you, Mother.
Tengo que encontrarte como sea, madre. Estas son las maletas, ¿no? Y eso que brilla, serán como vallas. Bueno, vayamos para allá. Sube a la mansión. O sea que la mansión es eso de arriba. Me recuerda al castillo de Harry Potter. Al colegio. Y tengo que seguir por ahí.
Louis, during the trip, I had something I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Mi clase, detective, ocultista, diplomático. Diplomático sobresale en sociedad. Detective, detective experto en investigación, estoy civil. Claro, detective. Pensad que estoy buscando a mi madre. Ocultista. Es un maestro del engaño convencido de la importancia del conocimiento, adquirir mucha experiencia de las artes y las ciencias. Me voy a hacer ocultista. Manipulación, erudición, ocultismo, engaño, ciencia, investigación, psicología, agilidad lógica, política, protocolo, lingüística. Me voy a hacer ocultista. Aquí. He desbloqueado todo el ocultista a nivel 1 y se tiene que ir desbloqueando todo lo demás. Y eso también se desbloquea, creo yo. Vale. Puntos no tengo. ¿No? 3 puntos disponibles. Ah, mira. Ciencia. Erudición. Disfruta un sólido bagaje cultural en arte, historia. Roba objetos con discreción, abre cerradores efectivos. Hay un punto. Aquí tengo ya uno. Hay que otras personas estén de acuerdo con tus propios intereses. Confianza en conocimientos eremitas, símbolos religiosos, ocultistas, lenguas muertas. Y el otro no se lo vamos a dar, a ciencia. Creo que se lo vamos a dar a ciencia. O geografía e historia. Sí, ahí. Validar. Sí. Es
I've
mejor.
been involved in all sorts of unsolved cases. Have you ever heard of the Abbey of Hexham?
Él consiguió un trofeo.
Vaguely.
An
Ocultista
ingenious
novato.
scam involving mass manipulation on a scale never seen before.
There was a cavern under the abbey, wasn't there?
Exactly. The wind would blow in through spouts, creating a terrifying howling sound. So, to stop the howling, the priests called for offerings from the peasants.
And if they brought enough money, I'm guessing the priest stopped the howling. A perfect trick to fool simple souls.
Se lo diré, se lo diré.
Admit it, Duchess.
Juan,
That story
Vicente,
kept
se
you
lo
in
diré.
suspense, didn't it?
Yes, it did. I'm delighted to find out that you were the young and brilliant French investigator.
For someone who only remembers the case vaguely, your memories are very clear.
Well, they say I have the memory of two people. But please call me Emily.
Tengo
Fine, Emily.
3,
Tell me.
6,
I was actually helped on that case by my mother.
7 estrellas
Wouldn't
blancas a la
know her by
izquierda.
any chance.
No sé lo que es.
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
Es que no me acuerdo de ella, pero es que la he visto. Es que no me acuerdo de ella, pero. ¿Y si fingimos que sí me acuerdo? Pero, ¿y si me hace pregunta y no me acuerdo? Vayamos por lo obvio, en absoluto, perdone.
Please excuse me, madam. I'm sure we've met before, but I don't remember where.
I appreciate your honesty, even if it's not very flattering for me.
I imagine that with your beauty, madam, it's the first time a man hasn't remembered your face.
Well, I must say you make up for yourself rather elegantly.
Please stop torturing me. I'm completely at your mercy. Where have we met?
4 years ago, in London,
No.
Hace 4 años en
sorry,
Londres,
I don't
acordarse.
remember.
in the office of William Pitt. Remember? No?
En la oficina de
I'm
William
so
Pitt.
sorry, Emily, but I really don't remember you.
Let's drop it, Louis. It doesn't matter.
Pero no me-
Right, time to go to the manor.
me he intentado recordar, pero no me acuerdo. El collar. Por los labios. Vale.
I'm heading off. Don't get left behind.
I'm coming. I don't know where we're going like this, Emily, but you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
Talento. Puedes conseguir talento al llevar a cabo ciertas acciones. No olvides consultar los requisitos de desbloqueo y los efectos. Encontrarás mejoras muy interesantes. Vale. Vale.
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
Hay que ver, tío. Las LRR todos puntos de fuerza, no puedo llevar más de 5 encima. Vale.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Tengo jalea. Vale.
Good evening, sir. May I ask your name, please?
Louis Moras de Richer.
Monsieur de Richer.
Vamos para
Delighted
arriba.
to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah de Richer's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
¿Qué sabe de mi madre o dónde están los Mortimer?
I have an appointment with Lord Mortimer.
Sí.
Would you be so kind as to lead me
Tenemos
to him?
que intentar que no se note
Unfortunately,
mucho.
sir, I cannot. I don't know exactly where my master is. But rest assured, sir, everyone is waiting for you at the manor. Sir Holm insists on welcoming you in person. Since your mother went missing, everyone has been concerned about finding her.
Who is Sir Holm?
A close friend of Lord Mortimer's. Please,
Otra persona
rest
más.
assured, sir, it won't take us long to find your
Otra
revenge.
persona más que sale aquí en la historia.
Indeed, we are searching the quays again because lights were seen at the wharf just last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Habilidades. Tus habilidades te darán acceso a acciones y elecciones exclusivas a cambio de puntos de esfuerzo. Cuanto más alto sea el nivel de una habilidad, menor será el coste en puntos de esfuerzo. ¿Vale? De acuerdo.
Did anyone see anything else?
Unfortunately not, sir.
¿Alguien vio algo?
Only lights were seen by servants of the manor, sir. And as I was saying, sir, all the guests were asleep, and no one seems to have noticed anything at all. We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR. We came to the
SDR.
conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richer. I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here.
Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
¿Qué hace mi
On
madre
the
aquí?
landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
El embarcadero señala donde usted llegó. No puedo, no tengo. Ah,
Pass me the handkerchief.
But sir, my orders were to give it to my master.
Are you refusing to give me my own mother's personal belongings? Even though she was greatly looking forward to meeting your man.
subterráneo. Abrimos esta manera exterior. Que eso es el muelle. Y eso sería la casa. Inventario, diario, mapa, personajes, talentos, rasgos.
She's gone missing, and you seem incapable of finding her.
Oh, but sir, please.
And to top it all off, you refuse to give me the handkerchief that she so often let me use? Do I deserve such little consideration in your eyes? Is that what you wish me to report to your master?
No, certainly not, sir. Please forgive me, sir. I've been such an idiot. Here you are.
It is indeed your handkerchief, Mother. You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is. Let's think. What could she have been doing out here on this wharf?
Buscar pistas sobre tu madre. ¿Puede que haya aquí algo? ¿Coño? ¿Qué hay? Ah. Vale, ya.
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time.
Aquí ahora... ¿faro?
A lantern. Nothing special.
Más jalea. Aunque esto es más bien una maleta. Maleta de colección. Carta. ¿Puede que haya alguna de mi madre? ¿O de invitación o algo?
See what's hidden inside. Let's look.
Vamos a mirar una por una. Sin que se den cuenta, veamos. Para el señor Kai, Gravey. Para el señor Joaquín Silva Xavi. Hay un ideograma escrito en el sobre. ¿Cómo?
A letter written in an Oriental language.
No conozco el idioma, tío.
I haven't the slightest idea what it says.
¿Hay más cartas? Samuel Ritter. Para su eminencia. Para su eminencia, Giovanni Angelico. Veamos.
This envelope is meant for the Vatican.
Es que no me dice nada, que eso es verdad.
Apparently this letter is meant for Pope
Pero
Pius
probemos aquí.
VI, born Giovanni Braschi. I wonder which one of these people was influential enough to write to the Pope in person.
Es que eso es verdad. Para escribirle directamente a él.
It's too badly written, I can't make out the address.
Probamos con uno último.
An address in Cairo, Egypt. Mortimer communicates with the whole world, apparently.
Apartémonos de aquí ya. Pero ya hemos descubierto una cosa con la carta. Se habla directamente con el Vaticano, ¿eh? Hemos descubierto una pista.
A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué me he encontrado?
Looks like a bar from an old gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary,
No respondió tan
I put
directo.
my money on cannon powder.
La punta está manchada sin ningún análisis que indique lo contrario, diría. Se trata de pólvora.
This might just come in handy.
Yo la he cogido. ¿Qué habrá en esta maleta?
This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough.
¿Y aquí qué hay? Está cerrada la puerta.
Locked. I'll never get it open bare-handed.
La barra que me encontró antes.
Clearly, I'm not much for manual labor. Let's see if I can get it open another way.
Forzamos la cerradura.
There we are.
Hemos abierto. ¿Qué habrá aquí?
This wharf is used as storage for a lot of barrels. Uh-huh. What have we here? It's cannon powder. The powder's wet. Not surprising, given the dampness of the dog. It's unusable now. I don't know what the person who left this barrel like this had in mind, but it's a waste.
Segundo, tiene un ajuste del directo. Ya. Sigamos. Hay más cosas. Aquí hay más cosas. ¿Eso qué es? Jalea. ¿Y eso qué es?
Pistol case, but it's empty.
La funda en la pistola, pero está vacía.
This has anything to do with you, Mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed. Just like in my vision.
Es que lo que acabo de recordar, que en la visión que ha tenido antes, que cuando le ha salido sangre de la nariz, su madre tiene una pistola, que ha hecho que pega un tiro. Cuando le ha cortado la mano. Busca más pistas o ve a la mansión. ¿Aquí ya lo hemos mirado todo? Seguro. ¿Aquí lo hemos mirado todo? Si me voy dejando algo o lo que sea, me deja mirar el chat, ¿eh? Subamos ya a la mansión. Hay que subir arriba. Vayamos. ¿Qué pone en el suelo? ¿Hay letras? Pero están en latín, ¿puede ser? Mira.
Latin inscription.
Sí, es latín.
Annesis, mi fili quantilia produncia mundus ergatur.
Translated.
You don't know, my son, how little wisdom the world is governed with.
Personales fundamental aprovechado su personalidad. O sea, que claro, que te va a tener cuidado con mis habilidades porque no a todos le afecta igual. Inmunidad descubierta. Los mordimes. Subamos. Subamos a la mansión. A ver qué hay. Wow.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
Qué pedazo de puerta, tío. Pero grande, ¿eh? Es eso. Un dios griego, la Virgen.
Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Ricci, aren't you?
Sí, soy
You
yo.
see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Confrontaciones. Durante una confrontación deberá avanzar por distintas frases mientras que... De acuerdo.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind.
Dame mi
I'd
carta.
rather deal with her
Tengo que recuperar mi
Don't
carta.
take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
¿Sabes si su madre ha llegado ya? Sí, llegó hace un par de semanas.
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow.
By the way, Your Eminence,
Primera fase
I wasn't
superada.
aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew
Tenemos
my
que
son,
acordarnos de lo que estamos
your
diciendo,
mother
¿eh?
in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you
Pásalo.
work together. What do you do exactly?
Secreto refinado, somos miembros de la orden. Secreto profesional, lo siento. Sí,
If you
secreto
know my
profesional.
mother,
Vamos a
you will
decirle eso.
understand that I cannot answer you, Your Eminence. I'm sorry, but
Do not worry, my son. I perfectly
No, no está listo.
understand,
Está
and I expect
en
nothing
proceso, pero que
less.
ya me lo han concedido.
Discretion and secrecy are both
Fase 2
pillars
superada.
of the organizations for which we work. You are the worthy son of Sarah.
all the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Cuente con ello. Se lo entregaré.
Listen, you have nothing to fear. I will give your letter to my mother the moment I find her.
The moment you find.
Tío, le he cagado.
You mean Sarah has gone missing?
Shit, I shouldn't have said that.
Le he cagado.
Let's not exaggerate, Your Eminence. I have no other information at this time. It's
No tenía que
probably
haberle
nothing.
dicho eso. Ellos no saben que ha desaparecido.
If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
Pues... De acuerdo, no se preocupe.
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good. Listen, let's stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur de Ricci. Your mother and I are organizing
La hemos
the
superado.
escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priest's safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It
La
includes
carta.
a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Bien, objeto, elemento oculto. Encontramos una aspecto y objeto oculto. Vale. Estamos aquí. ¿Eso qué es? Ah, vale. ¿Y para subir? ¿Por dónde he bajado? Aquí. Claro, por aquí es por donde he entrado y estoy aquí que antes me encontré el cura. Vale. Veamos. ¿Qué se cuece por aquí? ¿Y este
Fall
cuadro?
of the Damned by Rubens. The man who cannot achieve the salvation of God the Father is offered to fall into the depths of the abyss.
El abrojo te proporciona un estado exaltado. Vale. Regresa al grupo junto a la chimenea. Un libro sin más. Pero antes me gustaría ver qué se cuece por aquí.
I've just arrived. It might be bad manners to go upstairs without being invited.
Correcto. Ah, mira. El cura, él no sé quién es. Y ella, la duquesa. Mira. Dios.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men. Open to Brutus's page. Caesar, stabbed by multiple blows at once, sees Brutus raise the dagger on him. Then,
Es que no lo iba a coger porque digo,
delivers himself to the
acabo de
arms
llegar.
of the conspirators.
Ya que tenga algo que ver determinante con la historia.
Let's keep it.
Solamente lo leeré.
Might come in handy someday.
Ah, pues mira, pues lo ha cogido. Pues lo ha cogido.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simple.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Ese es George
Delighted at last to
Washington.
make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Riche. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet. And you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
At
Sobre
the
mi
risk
madre.
of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Riche's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm.
Estoy callado porque estoy pendiente de la historia y leyendo. Y para estar atento a la historia.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
No se lo puedo decir.
Like you, Mr. President, I'm here as a result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
Two members of the same family here. That is rare.
You know what they say. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
George Washington me da a mí que...
Good Lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order.
de la Orden
It's the
Dorada.
highest distinction of the Order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case has delayed
Cierto.
our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here.
Lo que no pueden saber es que yo... O sea, que mi madre es de la Orden Dorada, como yo.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
Voy a preguntar a ver quién es.
You must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I have already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
No sé qué hacer, tío. Pero por otra parte también me gustaría... Claro... Es que él es el hombre de mi visión. Yo creo que diré irme con él, que es el hombre de la visión. Pero Washington pertenece a la Orden Dorada. Y puede contarme cosas sobre mi madre. Vamos a quedarnos con Washington.
Let's see what Washington has to say.
Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Louis, thank you for staying. Just like you, when I arrived this morning, I found out that Sarah had gone missing. I know your mother well. Don't worry, Emily is from
Conoce muy bien mi madre, George Washington. Es que tengo que obtener información sobre mi madre, y mucha. Sí, lo vi antes, estuve en su directo.
I didn't know.
Sorry to have made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You did well. Secrecy and discretion are the pillars of our organization.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to ask, my lad. And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
Háblame de
Mother
Mortimer.
has always had a fascination
¿Por qué
for
tanto
Lord
hay
Mortimer, but
aquí?
has never
Y
wanted
tanta
to tell
fama,
me
tanto
why.
famoso.
Lord
Háblame.
Mortimer is a remarkable man. He's wealthy and is advisor to the very highly placed. Your mother is the head of the Order in France. It doesn't surprise me that he asked her to come.
Lord Mortimer greatly contributed to financing my electoral campaign, for example. But I want this to be clear, without ever seeking to gain an advantage.
And that is to his credit.
Yes, you can trust him. He will do everything in his power to help you find Sarah.
Mr. Washington, you seem to be very familiar with my mother.
Le pregunto por cuándo le dio la última vez, cómo se conocieron. Porque es partista de mi orden dorada. Pero a lo mejor cuando la vio por última vez, me da más información sobre dónde puede estar mi madre. Le voy a preguntar por... Pero claro, a lo mejor estoy siendo demasiado descarado. Le voy a preguntar cómo la vio por última vez.
When did you last speak to her?
¿Cuándo la vio?
Philadelphia, 15 years ago. Sarah often went back and forth
En
between
Filadelfia
France
hace
and the
15
United
años.
States.
Buah.
Yes, I remember those days. I didn't see her too often.
Pues no me se dio de nada.
Would it be too much if I asked you a few more questions?
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
May I ask, when you saw each other, what did you talk about?
O la Orden Dorada. Pero es que tampoco sé lo que es ciertamente la Orden Dorada. O los misterios que nos rodean. Digamos que... los
My mother
misterios.
has always been fascinated by strange powers. Did she talk to you about anything like that?
Yes. Her facility for discerning truths from rumor served me well. Such as preventing massacres.
Creo que mi madre sea medio oscura.
From happening again.
Creo.
Or convincing people that horsemen cannot ride around without heads.
¿Vale? Jinete sin
What was
cabeza.
it that she used to say now?
Keep an open and logical mind?
Yes, that's it.
Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord Mortimer. At least now I
Yo
have
tenía
some
información sobre mi
information.
madre. Buena.
Thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. You won't be disappointed.
Que los
And
Mortimer
I
no
am
me decepcionará.
persuaded that your
Bueno.
mother's research is his main concern.
Estoy convencido que encontrar a su madre es su prioridad. ¿Pero ya se han enterado que está desaparecida? No creo que... No, no la estoy liando, ¿no? Creo. Y si mi madre hubiese abandonado la isla... Porque yo pienso que no, yo creo que está aquí.
Mother still is at the head of the Golden Order. I find it difficult to believe that she came to this island without notifying the other members.
As for myself, I did not know. I am here at the request of Sir Holm, a situation regarding the Crown of England to resolve, and to see what Lord Mortimer has to propose to us.
As for me, Lord Mortimer asked me here to speak about the future of America. I did not know that your mother would even be among us. In any case, no one has yet mentioned associating the Order.
We haven't found many clues yet.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm sure nothing bad
O
has
sea que
happened
George
to
Washington saben que...
Yes, I hope not.
George Washington sabe que mi madre está desaparecida. Ojo, ahí viene otra vez el cura y el otro.
They're coming back.
¿Quién es esa? ¿Qué ha pasado?
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Por este, que queda de Goya.
The statue is impressive, and so are the paintings. Rubens, the Caravage, Guignero. Lord Mortimer has very good taste, and the means to express it.
Oh, I see our young sir is a connoisseur.
Yes, in my spare time. Yet, I couldn't tell you who the artist of that painting there is. I think I recognize a theme, but the style intrigues me.
Saturn devouring his sun. Oh, well, you wouldn't know. The artist is none other than Lord Mortimer.
Saturno orando
I
a su
thought
hijo.
for a long time that the painting wasn't finished, but my old friend assured me it was. Still, there's no accounting for taste.
Not very conventional, but it sure does hold your attention.
You'll find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call conventional.
Claro, sé de arte porque fue lo que escogí al principio.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
¿Quién
Miss
es esa?
Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence. On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Ahora me van a llevar a mi aposento. Pero ¿quién era esa que ha pasado por arriba? ¿Te has dado cuenta? Y solamente sabe la duquesa y George Washington
Ladies,
que esta misma
gentlemen,
desaparecida.
I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Ese soy yo, claro, al final.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Oh, man. It's been quite a day. Right. Where is my room?
Mi habitación dijo que estaba al final del pasillo. Pero por ahí. O por ahí. ¿Quién duerme aquí?
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Napoleón Bonaparte, George Washington. O sea, que aquí están todos los famosos. Napoleón, George Washington,
Monsieur Jacques Perreux.
Monsieur Jacques Pierre Perú. Ese no sé, pero es francés. Tiene toda la pinta. Tengo que ir a mi habitación, pero sí. Puedo recordar antes algo de pista. ¿Por la ventana se ve algo? No.
The Quorum Guide.
Me da a mí que no era por aquí, pero... Aquí no hay más que famosos, ¿eh? Esa puerta no tiene cartel. Esta sí.
Monsieur Johann van Volner.
Johann Bolbonne. No sé, Johann Bolbonne. Ese me suena. Ojo. No lo sé, pues está oscuro, ¿eh? Sigamos. Creo que he ido a la vuelta a la casa. Y mi habitación está por aquí. Creo, ¿eh?
President George Washington.
Presidente George Washington. ¿Qué hay ahí? ¿Habéis dado cuenta?
An old sesterce from Roman Gaul.
Le hemos dado la vuelta a la casa. ¿Y mi habitación? Vámonos ya a la habitación.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Aquí duerme el cardenal.
Huh, that's me.
Concierge Luis de Riche. Mi habitación.
That's me.
Veamos. ¿Habrá algo en mi habitación? Otro cuadro.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter?
La carta, no me acordaba de ella.
Mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
Sin romper sello. Para que no se dé cuenta.
It really is a list of French countrymen. Piaggi wasn't lying. Wow. Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Me voy a la cama. Pero si esto es mi habitación, es grandísima, ¿eh? Un chimenea incluido y todo, ¿eh? Vayámonos a la cama, ¿eh? ¿Qué pasa ahí? El elixir dorado. Dice, cura todas las alteraciones negativas. No puede llevar más de 5 encima, vale.
Golden elixir.
¿Puedo salir afuera? Y esto es lo que separará una habitación de otra. Puerta cerrada. Agua del Carmen. Agua del Carmen no te proporciona. Te proporciona el estado centrado. ¿Cuál es el elixir dorado? La he liado. Ya. Me voy a ir a la cama mejor. A ver. ¿Qué aprendí con la emoji? Me voy a ir a la cama. Tío, es que la cama es grandísima, para mí. En el litoral de Inglaterra he superado todo. He fallado, no he encontrado todas las pistas de mi madre en el embarcadero. No he recogido el libro del embarcadero. ¿Y dónde estaba el libro? Camino alternativo. Podría haberme unido a Sirhon en la saleta. Podría haber provocado un encuentro inesperado. Asignemos. He conseguido psicología. Hostia, le he puesto otro. Vale. Y aquí también puedo poner puntos. Ah, pues sí. Vale. Primero, ¿esto qué es? Lógica. Agilidad. Vale. Advierte detalles, curiosos elementos colocados en forma peculiar. Eso se le pone. Y ese. Venga, sigamos. Vale, equipamos manuscritos. Este me da habilidad en persuasión. Me he quedado con el protocolo. Sí, me he quedado con el protocolo. A ver, ¿cómo sigue esto? Pesadilla. Ahora mismo estoy en un sueño, ¿eh?
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
Durocher can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of Durocher's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
¿Luis soy yo? Sí, ¿no? No me sé mi
What a
nombre.
pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
Este es Napoleón Bonaparte, ¿no?
And we have much to discuss.
Es Napoleón.
One last move?
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, take a seat, my friend.
Sí, sí, es Napoleón.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
Chao, Vicente. Esa es mi habitación. Es mi habitación, la que están tocando la puerta. Cada vez que tengo un sueño de eso raro,
I'm coming.
me sangra la nariz.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Excuse me. Am I bothering you?
No, no molesta.
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
Sí.
Elizabeth Adams. Home introduced her to us.
Yes. Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens. I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to
O sea,
distract
que ahora tengo que descubrir si esa está muerta o no. O sea, si es ella.
Hands on some important information. At least I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
Puedo ayudar a George Washington. Más tarde investigar sobre mi visión. Pero es que mi visión es muy importante porque esas dos personas ayudaré a George Washington.
Thank you, my friend. Keep Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me.
De acuerdo. O sea que tengo que retenerla todo lo posible para que no vaya a su habitación. Vale.
According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry. Huh, that's me. Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi. Louis, you're straying from your objective.
Que no es por ahí, que es por aquí, que no sé dónde es. ¿Quién duerme aquí?
Emily Hillsborough.
La duquesa.
A drachma. Fall of the Dam by Rubens. The man
El
who cannot
cuadro
achieve
que hemos
the
visto
salvation
antes.
of God the Father is offered to fall into the depths of the abyss.
En la sala de abajo. ¿Qué hace aquí? Aquí.
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
¿No es ahí? Ah, aquí.
My son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in the small salon.
¿Cómo?
I don't know exactly.
¿Que la está maltratando?
A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary Government. You should do something, my son.
Voy.
Shit. I was supposed to make sure Adams wouldn't go back to her room. Don't worry, Your Eminence. I'll take care of it. Probably nothing to worry about.
Do you want me to call for help?
Please don't do anything. I'm sure with a little goodwill, everything will work out fine. Don't go and wake up the whole manor, please.
Thank you, my son. May God watch over you.
Who do you think you are?
Y esta es la que pasó antes por arriba. Esta es. ¿Os acordáis?
Me, sir.
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you! Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell is going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it, what should I do?
Qué dilema. Intervení. Lo siento, tengo que intervenir.
Stay out of it, boy.
Shit.
What are you playing at?
Se le ha caído algo.
Mind your own business, boy. If you think you can side with this whore and then just walk away, you're out of your mind. Give me one good reason not to knock you down.
You're not back in your slum now. You're in Lord Mortimer's home. I suggest you think carefully about what you're going to do.
Don't think you're getting away with it that easily. I'm sick of all these toffs. If we were in Paris, I'd send you all to the guillotine. And on top of it all, a woman telling me how I ought to behave? I won't stand for it.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
What? Don't tell me you're gonna defend these harlots.
I believe in man. From speech comes dialogue. From dialogue, peace is born. And from peace, great destinies flourish.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Bien.
I get the feeling you're trying to put one over on me. If that's the case, you're making a big mistake.
Sorry about that. Look, there's no point in us aggravating each other. Let's both just go our separate ways.
Don't move. We're not done yet. You wanted to be the knight in shining armor and save the damsel in distress. Let's see how brave you are.
¿Y cuál es el elixir dorado?
Think about it. You know your head will roll tomorrow if you shoot.
Wanna bet?
Sure do.
I'm not in the habit of beating Lord Mortimer's guest in his own salon. You got off easy this time, but don't try it again.
Ojo, hay que tener... ¿Qué ha pasado? Que Adam está en la habitación, creo, ¿eh? Tío, sí, por los pelos. Abandona la salita. ¿Aquí puede que haya alguna pista? Porque no podemos olvidar que vinimos en busca de mi madre.
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
Buah, son 3, tío. Gasto 3.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
¿Esto qué es lo que hace? Pero yo lo que tengo no es una tiración negativa. Sí, era una tiración negativa.
Hey, these look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia. Chronicles of the Amber Princes. As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character. The brooch Elizabeth was wearing.
Claro, sé que se le cayó cuando salió corriendo.
She was so frightened she was unaware that she'd lost it. Yeah, well, it didn't seem to do her much good.
Pues no me acordaba del susto.
Hey, a Russian ruble. I wonder what it'd be worth today.
Este ya tiene que ver con mi visión, ¿no? No. Vayámonos. George Washington.
Well, did you get time to search the room?
Ahí sí.
I only needed 10 minutes. Imagine the scandal if she had found me.
What would you have done in my shoes? She was in the middle of an argument with some angry guy.
10 minutes. I didn't ask for the moon.
Nonetheless, you found what you were looking for, didn't you?
Not everything, but yes. Elizabeth is definitely the daughter of John Adams. We need more information.
You can always go back.
It's too late now.
¿Qué hay por ahí? ¿Eso que hay en el sillón qué es? Tengo que regresar a la cama antes demasiado tarde. Ah, vale, que eso es para sentarme y todo eso. Ahí viene mi cama. A ver si puedo dormir ahora y no tengo más sueños de esos. Mi cama por dónde es, tío. Por ahí. Tengo que regresar a mi cama. Si recuerdo cuál es mi habitación, claro. Hostia. El Papa.
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I was worried about you, my son. How did it go with Miss Adams?
Don't worry about that anymore, Your Eminence. I had to step in, but everything's under control.
What an adventure, my son. I'm relieved to hear.
Qué aventura, digo yo.
You acted as a good Christian. In these troubled times, we need more men of your caliber.
It's nothing, Your Eminence. I did what I had to do. Well, you did the opposite.
Good. Well, thanks for the news. My son, I have another problem. I wanted to speak to you about something important. Do you still have my letter on you? The one I gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
Here it
Se le
is.
voy a devolver.
Thank you, my son.
Espero que no se dé cuenta que era abierto,
I
¿eh?
see that it's still sealed. I was right to put my trust
Bien.
in you, Luis.
Pero
Give
no me
me 1
acuerdo.
second, please.
¿Qué ponía?
I can't imagine what would have happened if I hadn't added this name to the list. Please be sure to give this letter to Sarah the moment you see her.
You can count on it.
Have a good night.
Mi habitación.
I'm exhausted. I better go to bed.
Así
I'll
puedo
search my
dormir
room
ya.
tomorrow. If Mother stayed here right before me, you never know. And Mortimer had better show up.
Sí, hombre, lo de caminarte no es el por si yo hubiera escogido la otra opción, pero claro. No he averiguado nada sobre el pasado de mi madre, tío. Y no he podido retener a Lady Adam. ¿Pero qué hago? ¿Qué hago en esa situación? Si no he podido retener a Lady Adam es porque no he podido. ¿Qué hago en esa situación? ¿Sabes? Te digo. Pero si es verdad que no sé nada de mi madre, me he salido un poco de mi plan, de lo que yo tengo que hacer, por lo que yo he venido aquí, creo. Mi madre está desaparecida y la última visión que tuve fue con una mano cortada y sangrando.
Alright. In my vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I'd better search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind.
¿Y si dejo algo para mí en la habitación? Entonces que mi madre no está aquí en la isla. ¿O sí está aquí en la isla? Me voy a quedar con ese. Vayamos. A ver si dejo algo aquí en la habitación.
Honey, the remedy of the gods. Nothing. Nothing. The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance.
No sé si debería salir afuera. Que creo que sí, pero antes voy a mirar aquí la habitación.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases. Inspiration of St. Matthew, or Matthew writing his gospel, dictated to him by voices.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that we are doing all we can to resolve the case that concerns us. By the way, enclosed, you will find a key that will enable you to retrieve the personal effects your mother left behind. Yours faithfully, Lord William Mortimer. Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am...
Vale. Este cuadro tenía que acabar. ¿Por qué se me ha quedado?
Why do I always get the most terrifying room?
Juicio final.
Writing material.
No me dejes examinarlos, tío.
The incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio representing St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on but doesn't touch.
¿Qué más pistas puede que haya? No tengo ni idea.
St. Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes. Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son.
¿En la caja?
There's a circle around the lock here.
Antes me he encontrado una llave.
Talking about. The key should open it.
¿Qué hay? Una piedra amarilla, mineral o algo.
There's a note. Effects of Sœur de Richet to be given to her son, Louis. I should probably take it.
O sea, de mi madre para mí. Era ambas.
retrieved everything. Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice, strong coffee, though. Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented herself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her. Saint Jerome and the Angel.
San
Yet
Jerónimo y
again,
su ángel.
art with political undertones, with an image of a saint hearing voices.
Sí, ¿eso qué es? Agua del Carmen, que no sé lo que es.
Oh, this bookcase is well stocked. Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round.
¿Por qué está al revés ese libro?
A Voyage Around the World, the travelogue of the explorer Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but...
Eso es verdad, y mucho menos en este caso.
I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother? Found it. A faint sign of the Order. Barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book.
Pues sí, yo creo que sí.
Anything else in this room? I'm not far from solving the puzzle. I must keep searching.
¿Y en la habitación puede que haya algo más?
I'm not far from solving the puzzle. I must keep searching.
¿Qué puede que haya en la habitación?
Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage.
¿Puede ser que haya un pasadizo secreto?
Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out.
Puede que haya un pasadillo secreto, ¿eh?
Secret passage.
No puedo alcanzar ese ambas, tío. Porque hay un ambas ahí y en la caja hay otro ambas. Ya son dos. ¿Qué me quiere decir con el ambas? ¡Ey! ¿El jarrón tenía algo? No. Ni en la caja. Aquí no hay libro. ¿Y afuera?
This room looks unoccupied. This room looks unoccupied.
Debo de encontrar más pistas, tío. Pero no sé.
Here's something will undermine my botanist's appreciation for the local climate.
Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind. She must have used the writing materials. What if she used lemon juice instead? An old trick used to hide messages.
Estoy recapitulando como se diga todo lo de que he encontrado, todo lo que he encontrado. Recapitulando, vamos. Tengo que encontrar algo para revelar el mensaje oculto. ¿Una lupa? Una lupa, ¿no?
The Conversion of St. Paul by Caravaggio. It's
Son
incredible.
todos cuadros
Doesn't
reales.
look St. Francis of Assisi in ecstasy before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes.
Valor relatividad del candelabro. No lo he valorado. Luego me quedo sin puntos. Pero lo he cogido. El candelabro. Espera. El candelabro y la tinta, ¿crees que podrá ser algo al final? ¿Candelabro y la tinta para descubrir ese mensaje oculto?
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Dear Monsieur de Richie.
Nothing.
Espérate. Veamos si la tinta del candelabro.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Es que a lo mejor la tinta hace marcar el relieve y el candelabro quema, pero no sé qué usar para no liarla. Pero a lo mejor a la vez la tinta hace que desaparezcan las letras. Vertamos la tinta, ¿no? O con el calor. Vertamos tinta.
Well, so it wasn't that, and I've just stained half the page.
No era eso, tío, lo sabía.
Ink is always used to write a message, never to reveal one. I must find something else. Aha! It's working! The heat reveals the message.
El calor.
Let's see what my mother wrote. Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. Damn! The message continues, but thanks to me, the rest of the text is unreadable. Great. I hope it wasn't a unique edition or Mother's gonna kill me. Now I better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
A ver, llaman a la puerta.
Dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical. I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Well,
Iré.
I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa. Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
Tengo que ir allí. Ve al salón escarlata del primer piso. Vayamos.
If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests.
¿Por dónde es? Por aquí. Por aquí es por donde yo he venido, ¿no? Creo que sí. No, pues no vine por aquí. A ver, te voy a dar la vuelta a toda la casa. Bueno, pues tendré que bajar por otro lado. Esto es para subir arriba, pero aún no creo que pueda. No, porque lo que toca es bajar a cenar. Salón Escarlata. Sí, primer piso. Tengo que bajar.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Is this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault, too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Home.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
You didn't happen to lose this, did you?
Where did you find it?
In the small salon.
It's the only reminder I have of my beloved sister. I thought that swine stole it from me. You're her son. Sarah de Richet's son.
Yes, why?
Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
Same as everyone else. I accepted Lord Mortimer's invitation.
I know your mother very well.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you.
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No. I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she
Esa vida
did.
no la tengo.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
Elizabeth. Confiding in me might ease your burden. Let me relieve you of some of your suffering.
Relieve me? Do you even hear yourself? Do you really think that by confiding in my torturer's son, I will be healed as if by magic? That it will bring my smile back? Or let me sleep at night? Look, you don't seem like a bad person. And I'm sorry you have to find out your mother's true colors like this. But I'm not going to pity you. Everybody has their cross to bear.
He perdido una oportunidad muy grande, tío. Para saber dónde está mi madre. Pero muy grande.
Give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they?
A su hermana, aquí se que lo que quedó de ella.
Yes.
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
She's the only one who cares about me. I would have put an end to it all by now if it weren't for her.
¿Y dónde tiene que ir? ¿Dónde duele? A la sentimental. Tiene que ir donde tiene que ir.
Thanks for trusting me.
You see, before I was born, my mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people could barely recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors, but none of them were able to cure her. The last resort was to call a priest.
So, is that what your father did?
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to separate me from the rest of my family. That's how I was declared stillborn. My fate was decided that very day.
It would coincide with my mother's frequent trips to America.
I had my first fit when I was 3. That's when your mother began her experiments to rid me of the evil inside.
Con 3
I
años sufrió tu
understand how
primer
you feel,
ataque.
but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it seems difficult to believe.
Everything she put me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope. Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's come here for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
Vayamos a Barcelona, no pasa nada. Ese no lo conozco, ese del bigote. ¿Será aquí? Estaba ido directo, no he visto si hay una pista o hay algo. Qué buena cena al aire libre. Ahora como le dé por llevar o algo.
Welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
Es que los Mortimer...
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence.
¿No
It
está?
is served every day at the king's table. I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
Impossible.
Certainly not.
Joder,
My
que
dear
vamos.
Johann, how are you?
Glad to make
Oportunidad
land for
desapreciada.
us. And yourself.
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Sauterne, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
Se siente mal. Ya he desperdiciado oportunidades, tío.
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
What do you think of Volner?
Many believe he is the real leader of Prushan. A charming man, but with an iron fist.
Al final no voy a encontrar a mi madre, ¿verdad?
I also know he's famous for his love of the hunt, in all its forms.
And right he was too.
Napoleón Bonaparte.
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
What do you think, madam? What is this Bonaparte doing here?
The presence of a soldier is never a good sign. It can only mean there's going to be further war. To answer your question, I only know that his family were in favor of the revolution, and that it almost cost them their lives.
Thank you, that's helpful.
Please feel at home.
Monsieur de Richet? It would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
Voy a hablar con Napoleón Bonaparte en privado. A ver qué pasa.
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother.
¿Que lo quiere tirar?
You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be
¿Cómo
able to
sabe que ha desaparecido mi
organize
madre?
things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
O sea que mi madre no está en la
I
isla.
need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Confrontación.
Well, of course.
A ver cómo me
And
sale.
for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
It is remarkable.
Que no sé qué hacer. No sé.
I don't know. Maybe you ought to speak to my mother.
Oh, what a pity. I was hoping you would be up to the challenge. Too bad. I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country,
Sobre el futuro de
what do you
Francia.
think it would take to restore its luster?
Let the people make their own choices.
You are joking, I hope. The people are simply not capable of taking charge, don't you see?
Esta fácil no la
They
he
are
superado.
an uneducated mob who react on the spur of the moment.
Sin que Napoleón
Providing a
no he demostrado mi competencia ni he demostrado nada.
I think there must be a misunderstanding.
What do you mean?
I cannot believe that Lord Mortimer advised me to speak to you. I must have misunderstood. Excuse me, please.
Bravo, Louis. Total fiasco.
La he cagado. Estoy cagando esta vez
My friends,
en todo,
I would
tío.
like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington. Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Esta vez lo he fallado todo, mira. Cuatro puntos. A ver. Por ejemplo, este ya sube a nivel 1. Sube a nivel 1. Me importan 2 puntos. Este, antes me falta psicología. Así que ya está. Lo dejaré así. Este me ha subido, ciencia. Y talento, el que es sutil y raudo, ya está. Bien, vayamos.
All right, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Pues si solo tengo este libro, lo equiparé a este. Busca el lugar mencionado por tu madre. Sinceramente, no sé qué lugar es. No lo sé. No tengo ni idea, tío. No tengo ni idea. Sinceramente no tengo ni idea, tío. ¿Y si hablo con él? Voy a hablar con
Well,
él.
Your Eminence, do you still have any room left?
Ah, my son, the sin of gluttony is the most difficult of all in my eyes. Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Wollner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
Yes, I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
The benefit of age, my son. This isn't my first invitation to Lord Mortimer's. You will see, it's the perfect place to make new friends. Indeed, I noticed that you and Mr. Bonaparte had already begun.
Ah, I adapt quickly to local customs. It's what I was taught.
And you are right to do so, my son. But tell me, have you had any news of your mother since your arrival?
Alas, still nothing, Your Eminence. But I still haven't been able to meet Lord Mortimer.
Do not worry. It is typical of him. What can I say? Lord Mortimer is a very busy man. I should think you are beginning to worry.
Well, I must admit, Your Eminence, indeed it does worry me.
I understand, but continue to have faith in Sarah. You'll see, I'm sure, that in a few days we'll all be laughing together.
Seguro.
That's
Pero ahora tengo
all
que
I hope for,
encontrarla.
Your Eminence. But while I have you with me, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, Louis. What can I do for you?
If I said to you,
Where all eyes size you up, would it mean anything to you?
I don't know if it's the place you're looking for, Louis, but it makes me think of the portrait gallery.
There's a gallery here? Can you tell me where to find it, please?
Of course. Just go through the door at the end. It will lead into the library. Continue all the way through, and you'll end up in the gallery. You'll see it, Louis. When you get there, you'll know.
Thank you very much, Your Eminence. On that last word, then, I shall leave you to fight your demons. See you later, Your Eminence.
See you later, my son.
Busca el lugar mencionado por mi madre, pero es que no sé nada. Es que no me acuerdo.
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
Un círculo triple rodea la cerradura. Da igual, vamos a abrirla.
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later. I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later. Devil's Thorn.
No tengo más espacio. ¿A rojo ponía? Creo que ponía rojo, ¿verdad? No.
All right. I've retrieved everything. Amber crystals.
Más fragmentos de ambas. ¿Qué será eso? ¿A esa la habitación? ¿Mencionar por mi madre? No lo sé, pero no se le ve el fin. ¿Y por arriba? Wow. ¿Cuántos libros? Hay en el suelo. Pero esos papeles no dicen nada.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Este no lo va a mencionar por mi madre, creo yo, ¿eh? Pero ya que está aquí.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it. Atrus, the Miller brothers.
¿Que mi madre me ha prohibido leerlo?
Me from reading it. A few pages out of an old encyclopedia.
Moneda de colección. Aquí hay otra puerta aquí, no lo sabía. La última cena, más cuadros.
Where all eyes size you up. Chances are, that's the room my mother spoke of. And she also spoke of a Medusa. Should I go and try to find the creature now?
Esto es lo que mi madre decía, esta sala. La mansión es grandísima, ¿eh? Busca la medusa. Medusa cuadro, una estatua. ¿Qué es medusa? ¿Qué es la medusa? ¿Qué es? ¿Qué es la medusa?
Christ Crucified by Velasquez. Look, someone's left a note there. Reserved for the Duke of Alquidia. The Song of Roland. Roland Felix. Ah, François Ier. Receiving the Holy Family. A painting by Raphael. A fragment of amber.
Mambar.
The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near. His brain is oozing by
No
either
puedo salir
ear.
afuera.
With his brain oozing, it's already remarkable that he can feel anything.
Tengo que buscar a Medusa, pero ¿dónde está? Otro cuadro.
Painting by Ingres. Molière dining with Louis XIV. The king's posture is surprising. Liberty or death by Regnault. Well, I'll take liberty,
Libertad
please.
o muerte.
But I do understand his choice, even though it seems radical. Allegory regarding the decoration of the rights of men. That's the least you could say.
Creo que Medusa está en la otra sala.
Celia. That name means nothing to me.
No sé para qué lo de los demás. Voy a buscar en esa sala.
The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. The last day before his crucifixion, Jesus announces that he will be betrayed by one of his disciples.
No alcanzo ahí arriba. ¿Medusa? ¿Esa no era la que convertía en piedra a todo hombre que miraba?
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it.
Ah, es eso creo, Medusa, ¿eh? Convierte a piedra a todo el hombre que mira a sus ojos.
I've got to find out what Mother was trying to do with her. The Medusa. A hero armed with a sword? A hero with a lantern. And the last one holding a shield. I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene together. The poor devils are about to face the beast. Let's give them a helping hand.
Voy a hacer que todos miren. Medusa está ahí. Medusa si mira para allá. Es para su izquierda, pero un segundo.
A painting with no name.
Medusa está aquí, ¿no? ¿Y ese? Que mire hacia la derecha. Piensa que las 4 mire para la derecha, o sea, que esta le voy a dar la vuelta. O que mire las... Ah, que miren... Espérate, piensa que miren las 3 para la medusa. Ya que es lo que tanto enigma tiene. Piensa que miren esa medusa. Esto está bien. ¿Y este? Entonces, ya está. Hacia medusa. Hacia medusa. Pues ya están las 3 hacia medusa. Espera. ¿Y medusa? ¿Hacia dónde está mirando? Acelero con el faro. Pero si lo giro para allá. Vale. Piensa que ahora giren todas hacia la derecha. Su derecha es medusa. Vale. Entonces medusa tiene que mirar. Eso que es el de la espada. Vale. Con el farol. Farol tiene que mirar. Hacia medusa. No. Hacia escudo. Su derecha, claro. Y medusa. Espada. ¿Nada? Y si mira los 4 hacia el centro. Escudo. No estoy entendiendo nada. Que las 4 se miren. Espada. ¿Tampoco? A ver si es que estoy perdiendo el tiempo con la estatua.
A reinterpretation of legendary creatures.
La estatua, tío.
The text is in French on the left-hand page and in Latin on the right hand. Let's find the chapter on the Medusa. Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa.
El héroe con la espada blande su arma hacia Medusa. El héroe de la espada hacia Medusa. Bien. Veamos qué más.
Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa. Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra.
Ah, solamente esto. Pensaba que hay más.
The section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his
Pues no sé
weapon at the
latín.
Medusa.
¿Y hay algo más que me dé pista?
A painting with no name.
¿Nada más me da pista? Necesito que algo me dé más pistas. No puedo salir.
The Fall of Phaeton, another painting by Rubens. Poor Phaeton, struck by lightning for borrowing his father's chariot and losing control of it. Moral, don't steal Dad's chariot.
A ver. Medusa. Tú miras hacia Medusa. Bueno, vamos a coger el libro un segundo. Lee la página en francés.
This version is significantly different from the regular
Pensemos.
one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa.
Mientras varios de los héroes distraen a la gorgona, el héroe con la espada blande su arma hacia Medusa. A ver si es que se tienen que mirar entre el escudo y el faro. Pero claro, Medusa sin que mira hacia el escudo. Tú tienes que distraer a Medusa. Espérate. Mientras que tú con el escudo te proteges de Medusa. Mientras que Medusa mira el faro. ¿Puede ser eso? No, porque ya está apuntando al faro.
In Greek mythology, anyone who looked into the
Ya,
eyes of the
por
Medusa
probar.
turned to stone. So the monster's statue must be turned towards someone who can protect their eyes. It can only be the hero holding the shield.
Hacia el escudo. Claro. Entonces tú al ser escudo.
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa.
Esa es la espada. Para probar. Ya que estoy aquí.
Now, Louis, it's time to keep a logical mind, as every good scientist should. The aim is to defeat the Medusa, so what can the lantern be for? To light up the Medusa? Hardly likely. The hero holding the lantern will be easy prey, and the shield will be of no use. To light up the sword? No, that makes no sense. So that leaves the shield. I wonder if the aim is to play with the light. If I turn the shield right, the light would be reflected. The ray of light will perturb the Medusa and focus her attention on the best protected hero. If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa.
Ojo.
Except for here, it doesn't work.
Que el escudo apunta a la espada para deslumbrar. Para que él no la vea como ataca Medusa. Pues sí, era eso. Era eso. ¿Una habitación secreta?
For Pete's sake, Emily! You scared the pants off me. Don't ever do that again.
Well, keep your nose out of my business then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop fooling around and tell me what you're doing here.
Oh yeah? So tell me what you're doing here.
Yeah, just like me.
Probably, but I asked the question first.
Well then, we'll pretend you haven't asked me yet.
What about a little gallantry, Louis? Come on, I'm listening. What are you doing here?
Since you insist, Duchess, gallantry obliges this. Ladies first.
You just won't give in, will you?
I'm sorry, madam. It isn't in my nature.
Well, no matter. I'll tolerate your presence this one time. Now, since you're here, make yourself useful. Look around on your side. I'll do the same on mine. And if you find anything of interest, let me know.
Oh yeah, in your dreams. At your service, madam.
No sé ni dónde estoy.
The heavenly symbols refer to Pandora's box. Emily, I'm pretty sure I've got Pandora's box.
Of course you have. You see an earthen pot and you immediately assume it can only be Pandora's box. Logical. What I like about you, Louis, is that you never fail to surprise me.
Yo lo voy a abrir.
Emily, what if I open the jar? Would that then make man responsible for all the evils?
Try. It'll
Yo
make
lo
a
abrí.
change. All right, can we move on now?
I do love your irony, but honestly, are you ever impressed by anything you see?
By a chamber pot? No, you really do need to do better than that.
Esto parece el piel de un jabalí o algo de eso. O de un animal.
A golden fleece.
Un billón dorado.
Freezing. Hurry up.
¿Crecas de oro?
Do you think that can really be Jason's golden fleece?
No, you are aware that Jason and the Argonauts is a myth, aren't you?
But Mortimer's been protecting this hide. It must be of great value, don't you think?
Certainly of historical value.
Esta
This kind of hide
tiene
is
algo que
still
ver con mi
used by
madre y creo que,
builders in Eastern
que sabe
Europe.
dónde está.
Now you see how
Porque se
easy it
sabe
is to
este
obtain the
escondite.
legend.
Why do you have to act so
Se sabe este
nonchalant every
escondite.
time I show you something?
Louis, anyone can kill a sheep, rip off its hide, and say it's the Golden
Y,
Fleece.
y apareció, esta la que mide el pañuelo y apareció en el sueño.
You're just too skeptical.
And you have a tendency to believe anything. Talk about an unlikely pair.
Yet, you know opposites attract, don't you?
Libro.
An unofficial gospel? You'd be more likely to find this kind of book at the Vatican.
Nothing special. The library at Buckingham has 3.
How did the English manage to get their hands on them?
When someone wants to attract the attention of the world's leading power, somehow the gifts just pour in.
You wouldn't have gone to the Vatican recently, would you?
Are you calling me a thief?
Certainly not. Never entered my mind. Hey, Mortimer's the author of this work. It talks about his passion for art.
Una corona. Parece.
Guess what I've found?
The Holy Grail.
Older than that.
A piece of Noah's Ark.
Not that old.
This could go on for hours. Just tell me.
Caesar's laurel wreath.
Sí, es la corona de César.
Stop! Don't put your grubby fat fingers on it.
You find my fingers fat?
At least put on some gloves.
Please note, my fingers are slim.
You were going to leave marks. My God, what an amateur.
Many a harpsichord players would love to have sexy fingers like mine.
Tell me where you took your infiltration classes so I can have your tutor executed.
Let's compare hands then. We'll soon see whose fingers are fattest.
No, I'm not going to compare hands with you. Let's just keep going.
Bad loser.
Aquí ya la he liado otra vez con la corona del César. Papel.
Oh, looks like a pamphlet on different political regimes, written by Mortimer himself.
Ah, dice que la espada de Excalibur.
You should see this sword, Emily. It's magnificent.
I'm busy. Describe it to me.
Espada de Rey Arturo.
This is Excalibur, King Arthur's sword. I've always dreamt of drawing it from the stone.
How sweet. You're still clinging to your boyhood dreams. When you finished playing, maybe you can help me search the place?
Amber crystals.
Here's something interesting. A manor in Maine, hundreds of acres of land in Catalonia, properties in Shanghai. Incredible. Some of these deeds are over 600 years old, and all signed by the hand of Mortimer.
I wonder if that's what inspired my mother's attention. How come all these documents have Mortimer's signature on them?
Do you think all these properties really belong to him?
Several people have played the part of Mortimer, a part that has been passed down from generation to generation. Different men, but with one sole identity.
An intriguing hypothesis, and yet less twisted than some of my previous cases.
At last, you finally agree with me about something.
These documents are intriguing, but do you really think that's what attracted your mother's attention here?
And how do you know my mother was interested in this room?
I didn't know, I just supposed she was. and you just confirmed it. So, do you think she found what she came for?
I don't know. She was obsessed with Mortimer, and I must confess, these property deeds are troubling.
If that's the case, why would she have left them?
¿Qué pasa, Vicente?
I don't know. We'll have to ask her when we find her. And what's your take?
He encontrado ya varias pistas.
Why keep such a collection hidden in a secret room? Any thoughts?
Mortimer has every reason in the world to conceal it, even if only to keep it from people like us.
Hey, Emily, we're not thieves. We're only looking. I wonder why my mother didn't make it clear what she was interested in here.
She didn't have time to write it down, or maybe she wasn't sure of what she was looking for.
Or she wanted to protect her discoveries. It's disturbing.
You'll just have to search the rest of the room. Maybe you'll find something. What is that you found?
A cameo pendant. What's going on?
Nothing.
For crying out loud, Emily, you lunged for that jewel like your life depended on it. Tell me what this is about.
No. We just met, Louis.
No, Vicente, no.
But I can't just suddenly open myself up like a book to you.
Listen, Emily. It seems pretty obvious to me that you haven't come here for the sole purpose of sampling Mortimer's cellar. Stop all the clever evasions and just trust me.
And why the hell should I place my trust in you, Louis?
Confrontación. ¿Y por qué demonios iba a confiar en usted, Luis?
When are you going to understand that I just want to help you?
What do you expect? That I'll fall into your arms and say yes to everything you want?
What are you talking about? I'm only asking you to trust me a little. If only on principle, as a member of the Golden Order, for example.
I'll admit you are fairly reliable.
That's it? I was expecting more.
Well, I'm prepared to trust you when it comes to choosing a French cheese. But I've nothing to gain by confiding in you any further than that.
Nothing to gain? Damn it, Emily! I'm only trying to help you. Stop needing to gain something all the time.
Because you think I need help?
Just like everyone. You have your strengths and your weaknesses. And there's no use pretending otherwise.
Eso es verdad.
And I bet you found out where I'm weak, haven't you?
No sé cuál es su debilidad, tío.
Pragmatic, intelligent, sure of herself. Her only weak spot is her difficulty talking about herself. I don't know much about your past, but I'm guessing you had to get by on your own for much of your life. It might have closed you off, and that can be a disadvantage. It might be time for you to open up and risk a little trust. Not every man you meet wants to hurt you.
Yes, you may be right. I might have some weaknesses, but I don't need your help to overcome them. And I'm simply not contemplating collaborating with anyone at this time. Do you understand?
Oh, it's crystal clear. You don't like people telling you what to do, and you do like giving the orders to everyone.
If I were the matron you speak of, I would have found an underling to search this place, and I would be sound asleep in my bed.
No, poner
I
eso.
already have a work partner. I know my weaknesses. I don't doubt that your abilities will be of use to me, but I already have all that, thanks to my teammate.
Is there any chance you might tell me who he is?
No, I've already said too much. Consider yourself lucky I've even given you this much. It's extremely rare, believe me.
Come on, don't stop now that you've come this far. You know that eventually I'll end up making you talk.
Well, since no one can resist you, let's see if you can guess who my partner is.
You're a gambler. So, your partner is...
Y así va a ser mi madre, tío.
Chances are, you're working with a member of the
Miembro de
Order.
la Orden.
The only members of the Order other than ourselves are your mother and Mr. Washington. The former has sadly gone missing. As for the latter, I knew nothing of his arrival. Incidentally, you must have noticed how inefficiently our order communicates internationally.
¿Y si hay una mujer? Espérate, no. Pero, ¿perdona?
It's as obvious as it is surprising. You're my mother's hard-hitting partner.
Oh, God, do you really believe the nonsense that comes out of your mouth?
Well, a second ago I did.
Pero no, mi madre es que no...
Sorry,
No me cuadra,
your
claro, es
mother is
verdad.
not my partner.
Se le intentó matar en el sueño.
It's as obvious
Me he
as it is
equivocado. Le
surprising.
daba madre.
You're my
Le
mother's
quería dar
hard-hitting
atrás.
partner.
Oh, God, do you really believe the nonsense that comes out of your mouth?
Well, a second ago I did. A little.
Sorry, Louis, your mother is not my partner. Right, time is short. You haven't convinced me. I prefer to remain discreet. Don't take it the wrong way. All I can tell you is I'm looking for my sister. And if I reacted so strongly at the sight of the cameo pendant, it's because I thought it belonged to her.
Ni consigo que nadie sabe su pareja, tío. Que está aquí con todo esto con ella, tío.
It's time to leave.
No lo he sabido, tío. No lo he sabido. ¡Qué coraje! Por lo menos sabemos que mi madre no es. Ni alguien de la hermandad esa de... Eso.
So, what do you think of our first adventure?
I must admit, it has been fun by your side.
Same here.
Hostia.
Oh, she's been drinking too much again.
Louis, I need to talk to you right now.
Good evening, Elizabeth. Actually, this is not a good time.
I'm begging you, please don't leave me alone.
I'll be waiting for you in your room, but don't be late.
I was sure there was a certain je ne sais quoi between us.
Louis, we need to talk now. Otherwise, it'll be too late.
Looks like Elizabeth really needs me, but if I start talking to her, for sure Emily won't wait for me. What should I do?
¿Otra vez? Ir con Emily en la habitación para hablar... Pero es que Elizabeth siempre me necesita, tío. No sé qué hacer. Voy a seguir a Elizabeth.
Emily, but I can't leave Elizabeth like this. All right, Elizabeth. How can I help?
Thank you. Come on, follow me.
Me voy a perder una gran oportunidad de ir con Emily, ¿eh? Puedo saber más sobre mi madre, tío.
For God's sakes, what happened in here?
Así ha sido el presidente George Washington que ha liado esto.
I really need to talk to you, Louis, right now.
No, 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 no. Hay algo satánico en el suelo, ¿eh?
Listen to me, damn it. My days are numbered.
Elizabeth, I don't know if it's about my mother again, but I'm telling you, you've nothing to be afraid of. She didn't come here for you.
I saw her.
Saw who? You saw my mother? When?
Just last night. I went out to walk along the cliff top and I saw her in the distance. She
Mi
tried to
madre.
hide right away, but I'm sure it was her.
Are you saying you recognized my mother in the middle of the night? While she was hiding?
Yes, Louis, I know it was her.
You just said she was far away, right? In the middle of the night. And the exterior of the island isn't exactly well lit.
Listen, I'm telling you, it was her.
Did you talk to each other?
No, she was far away. I didn't make any noise, and then she was gone.
Have you told
O sea, que mi
anyone
madre
you've
está en la
seen her?
isla.
Sir Holm? Mortimer?
You don't understand. It's her. She's here.
Yes, I understand.
No, you're not listening. The moment I saw her, I was overcome by spasms. She's here. I'm telling you, it was her. Yes, I need something to calm me down.
Mi madre está en la isla, lo sabía.
I'll drink with you, but let's go easy on it, okay?
No habrá echado nada de bebida, ¿no? En la copa. Ojo.
I don't know where she gets her rot gut from, but frankly, It's disgusting.
You know, Louis, when I came here, it was in the hope of getting help. I've only just now realized that I've been drawn here into a trap.
Sacker de la... Sí, la verdad que es un juegazo.
Whoa. Alcohol's...
Era mentira, no ha visto a mi madre. Era mentira. Vas a ir conmigo. No, no voy a tomar más copas. Ni voy a tomar más copas. Está intentando... Necesitaba ayuda.
The condemned's last drink.
No.
Elizabeth, alcohol never solves anything. I'm gonna stop now.
Creo que es mentira que no ha visto a mi madre.
You want to know what your mother was capable of, right?
Oh, sí.
You want to know the reason why? Well, you're gonna have to follow me to the bottom of the abyss, Louis. Either drink or get out.
Voy a beber. No me queda otra.
I need to take it easy with the booze. At this rate, I won't last the night. Let's go easy on the drinking, okay? Alcohol won't solve our problems. Ugh. The second one isn't any easier.
So, do you want to know why she did all those things to me or not? Even if it changes the image you have of her forever?
What was she trying to cure you of then?
Of the one illness she never managed to treat me for.
No, Elizabeth. I won't follow you.
What's the matter? Little Louis's afraid to look at the true face of his mother? You know my rules. Drink up.
Beberé. No queda otra. Si quiero saber más cosas sobre mi madre.
We have to finish what we started.
No me queda otra.
I feel all dizzy. There must have been a reason. Just tell me. Tell me what my mother treated you for.
She wanted to silence them.
What? What are you talking about? Silence what?
The voices. The voices in my head. They speak to me, Louis. They've always told me what to do. They say nasty things to me.
No, poseída no está, pero lo que ha perdido la cordura, vamos.
Elizabeth, do you realize what you're saying?
Of course, Louis. This is what I live every day.
But these spirits, Elizabeth, don't exist. You do realize that. These voices in your head, it's you, in fact. Nobody is speaking to you.
They want me. Want me just for themselves. They talk to me all the time. Yet your mother did everything to make them go away. Ever since I was little. And look at the result.
It's impossible, Mother. You spent your life trying to prove that the supernatural doesn't exist. Why punish this poor girl? Oh, shit. What has she done to you?
Uh-oh, Louis. Are you starting to believe me?
No, but
Too bad it's all been for nothing. They're still there, you know.
What do you mean? They're still talking to you?
All the time. Despite everything
Yo también lo
Sarah put me
pensé,
through,
que le puso con el trago.
I still hear them. And here I am on a lost island, knowing that no one knows me. And I find myself here at the exact same time as her. You see? You understand? You sense it too. I'm going to die here.
Va a morir aquí.
I beg you, tell me you believe me.
Sí, la creo.
Elizabeth. I'm right here with you. And I do believe you.
Thank you, Louis. You know, despite what people might think,
Ahora me va siguiendo de la corriente. No, más no, tío.
My God, Elizabeth, how is this possible?
Welcome to my world, Lil Louis. Welcome to my life.
Tiene que permanecer aquí. Es que sabes cosas sobre mi madre. Aunque le perjudique, creo yo.
Let's not
Tiene que
rush into
quedarse.
things. You have nothing to fear here. I'm with you. And anyway, my mother's gone missing. You're not in any danger.
Ya va.
That's not what the voices say.
Listen to me. Don't give up. You must resist. And tomorrow, you'll see. Things will be better.
You like my little concoction, don't you? That's rare.
What?
It no longer has any effect on me. But my guests generally don't appreciate me mixing alcohol with laudanum.
Hostia.
What? You put laudanum in my drink?
In both. Don't worry, my little Louis. We'll sink down to the bottom together.
Oh man, I feel like puking. I really feel like shit. I gotta get back.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm here now. I'll take good care of you.
What is this bitch gonna do to me? Don't touch me! Just leave. If I get up, I'll fall.
Oh, little Louis is tired. Leave everything to me.
Va a hacer un ritual o algo conmigo. Para. Tiene el cuchillo en la mano. Tiene un cuchillo en la mano.
Mademoiselle, may I come in?
Sí, yo también me lo he imaginado.
I shouldn't have drunk so much. Oh shit.
Creo que se ha quitado la vida y ahora el culpable voy a ser yo. Acuérdate.
Elizabeth!
No puede ser verdad esto. He tomado copas con Elizabeth cuando no debería haber tomado copas con Elizabeth, tío. Me tenía que haber ido, que me estaba esperando en mi habitación. Me tenía que haber ido a mi habitación, tío. Para saber latín. Ahora. No, tío. Ya me pasó el capítulo 1. Ya me he pasado el capítulo 1, tío. Si veo que tiene muchas visualizaciones este directo y cuando lo subo a YouTube tiene mucho apoyo, hago el capítulo 2.